Has your parent told you that they want to stay living in their house as long as possible, that they want to age in place? Well, there's 3 things that you need to help them consider before making this really important decision. Hi there, I'm Sophia. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to be a more successful, more satisfied, and more informed family caregiver, then go ahead and start now by hitting the subscribe button. So many of our parents have this wish, this desire to stay living in their house forever and ever, no matter what. Sometimes they don't think of what that is actually going to mean for them. So today I'm going to talk about 3 things that are really important to consider that you can help your parent decide each of these things to see if aging in place is really the right thing for them. The first thing that you and your parent should consider is their home situation right now. Is it really realistic that the home that they're currently living in is going to serve their needs in the long run for years to come? Things that you have to look at is the home itself designed for a person who is aging? Are there a lot of stairs? Is it a tri-level? Is it easy to get in and out of from outside? Are there stairs that lead up to the front door that are going to be hard to navigate down the road if they need a walker or a wheelchair? Is there room in their environment to put ramps in if need be, whether that's inside or outside? For every 6 inches of raise of stairs, you need 1 foot of ramp. If they're living in a 2-story home right now, is there a room downstairs that if one day came when they couldn't navigate the stairs up and down, is there a bedroom downstairs that could be converted into their bedroom? And is there a bathroom that's close by the bedroom, or is it way down the hall that's going to be hard to get to? And is that bathroom going to be able to accommodate a wheelchair or a walker? Is the shower one that they're going to be able to get in and out of down the road? Also, is where they live isolated from the rest of the community? Is it in a place where if they need a caregiver, the caregiver can get to them? Or is it 50 miles away from the town? Or is it close to public transportation where a caregiver could easily get to them if needed? Is it on the route of the local Meals on Wheels program? Because not every location is covered by Meals on Wheels, unfortunately. Is it close enough to medical attention, to their doctor, to the hospitals? My brother-in-law, when he got ill, his hospital was 100 miles away. Is that realistic for your parents? And is that something that needs to be considered? If your parent is steadfast in their thinking that they want to stay in this home, that you feel like just the environment isn't conducive to aging in place because of these things, then I really recommend you take a look at this video here. If you think that an assisted living might be a better option for them and you don't know how to talk to them about it, this video will help you start having that conversation. The second thing that really needs to be considered is the financial cost of aging in place. And just because a home isn't conducive to aging in place doesn't mean it can't become an environment that is safe to age in place in if you have the finances to make the modifications that are necessary. Things like stair lifts or wheelchair lifts outside, and modifying the kitchen so that it's safer and accessible. Does your parent have the finances, or can they start planning for these things now? The other thing is, it's likely that your parent's going to need caregiving or more caregiving services of an agency or a private caregiver. And are they going to be able to afford that? If a parent needs 8 hours of care a day, 5 days a week, that's $40,000 a year or more. Is that something that they're financially able to do? And if you really are curious about different ways to pay for home modifications or all the things that are going to be needed in order to help your parent age in place, then this video here is going to help you kind of figure out some ways that you might be able to pay for these things. And the third thing that needs to be considered when your parent says that they want to age in place at home is whether or not they have a progressive condition, which most of our parents do, whether that's the fact that they have perhaps early dementia or early Alzheimer's, but just the fact that they are aging, they're going to need more things down the road. They're going to be less able to do things. They're going to be less safe at home. And if you worry about them getting to a place where they're debilitated and it's unsafe for them to stay at home alone, then aging in place may not be a good option for them. And it's good to think ahead of time, early on, if they have a progressive condition, because it's really much more difficult to make changes once they've progressed in their condition than to try to make plans early on. If you know that they have a condition that you know is going to progress and eventually they're going to get to a point where they're going to be unsafe at home, or they're going to be a safety risk or a fall risk or a wandering risk, then these would be reasons that aging in place might not be the best thing for them. Many of our parents, for whatever reason, really resist looking into the future, and they really resist even thinking about what their needs are going to be down the road. And it's really important for you to slowly and gently and lovingly help them consider all three of these things that are really important. Their home. Is it realistic that they stay in their current home? Their financial situation. Can it maintain their needs in the future? And the third one is, what is their safety and risk factor of staying in their home, in their current home, given their physical and medical conditions that might progress? I would really recommend not promising a parent that they could live at home forever and age in place, because we just don't know what's going to happen in the future. This video here might help you not make promises that you can't keep to your parent. I know all our parents would love to stay living at home, and it isn't possible for many people. Otherwise, everybody would be living at home. But the good thing is, there are so many other options out there, and there's a lot of ways to solve this problem. If your parent is really steadfast in their idea of staying at home, maybe try to find out what's behind it. Is it that they don't want to leave their friends, or they want to be close to their sister? Well, that can be problem solved. You know, there are other places to live in the community that are close by, or two sisters can go and move together to an assisted living, and they probably have a ball. Help your parents try to problem solve this problem. Maybe they can stay at home, and that is absolutely fabulous. But if they can't, there are so many different options out there for them. But if you're going to help them stay at home, just make sure that you help them think through it thoroughly with these three things. I hope this was helpful for you today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.